welcome to Coily Crowns. I'm Ashante.
And I'm Lori, and welcome to our queendom. I'm a little upset right now. This is a bonus episode because we're going to bring some people to the throne.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Ashante?
Yeah, let me take the smile off my face. My serious look. Okay.
So, we're going to talk about a couple things that's been in the news over the last couple weeks. Because our channel is a little fun, movie reviews, show reviews, whatever, but there's stuff happening and we just want to talk about it real quick. So first topic is about Captain J. Baker.
Who is that?
From Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia Sheriff's Department. Well, actually it's not Atlanta, but it's Cherokee County. Okay. And his statements of the shooter who went and killed 8 people, mostly of Asian descent, in Atlanta on March 17th. And what really irks my nerves is that he came out basically to justify, in essence, what the shooter told him and said that he had a bad day.
Girl, when I heard that, I was like, is he serious? Is he serious? Is this like SNL or something? Because how in the world you talking about this man had a bad day? Think of all the things that would happen when people have a bad day. This is what this dude does because he's having a bad day.
Girl. I'm like, why do we need to know that? Why do we need to know that he was suffering from a sexual addiction? What does this have to do with all these people dying today? And that your city is now in fear because you don't know what's happening. Because it's not like it happened in one location. He went around 3 different places.
And was headed to Florida to do more.
Ridiculous. But he was having a bad day. Are you crazy?
Listen, this is like one of those perfect examples of where you have to laugh to keep from crying. Because you just get speechless of just like the excuses that these people come up with to justify the things that these heartless people, these racist terrorists people do.
Homegrown terrorists do in our country that have no place in our society. We should not be making excuses for them. We should not be trying to justify their actions. People died that day. And it was an attack on a certain set of people. So our Asian brothers and sisters, we do stand with you. We are appalled by the behavior of what people have said, have done, the actions that have taken place over the last couple years. I mean, the history of American history is terrible, but over the last, I guess, year, there's been an uptick on Asian violence randomly.
Because of this past president who was making all these comments, and he is that position, the president of the United States of America, is a figurehead position. Yeah. Your words matter.
It does.
And all the things that man was saying when he was in office, especially related to COVID and calling it the China virus and all of that, those people listened to him and they took that and like it was, oh, well, the president said it must be true. And so it must be all these Chinese or Asian people, because
it was like a call to action for them.
Not all Asians are Chinese people. They're like, but people don't care to distinguish, to know and learn about the different ethnicities.
No, but
so they just see
they still didn't do anything.
Go after.
Right, but what is the target for? Like, come on, y'all. Wait, are they the ones that brought over a virus? No. It don't even make no sense. So spotlight is still on Captain J. Baker. I think he's been removed as the spokesperson. I'm sure he's still a police officer because, there's no I forgot what you call it. No. I'm just saying they don't punish you for making dumb statements. But I know they went into his Facebook or I don't know what social media accounts and show that he has like t-shirts that he's worn or had on his page that also promoted this horrible distinction that, COVID-19 came directly from Chinese people. It was I just wanted to pull him to the table, to the carpet, and just say, listen, there's no place for this behavior. And that terrorist that went around shooting people is disturbing, despicable, and needs to be stopped, because now we going back to mass shootings everywhere. Because for over the last 14 days, there's already been like 5 mass shootings.
Really? Okay. I know about this one, and then the one in Colorado.
Yes.
Which made me think of, it is amazing how these people can shoot and kill a number of people that come out alive. That guy in Colorado got, I think, shot in the leg, but he's still alive.
And we can't get a police stop without dying. But we can't go down the murky road.
Listen, it's so much. All day. Say their name.
It's so much. And we all know Monday, what's Monday? 29th, the trial for Derrick Chauvin is starting for the murder of George Floyd. So we will be watching that, and we'll probably come back on once we get to the tail end of that. So that was topic number 1. That already got my blood boiling. Number 2 is we're going to stay in Georgia, because yesterday, March 26th, Georgia House of Representatives member Park Cannon was arrested trying to be a part of the vote. The voters, I don't know the official name, but the voter law that just went into effect in Georgia, where it makes certain things illegal because of voter fraud that was detected, according to the state of Georgia, in 2020. Even though we know voter fraud was found on the previous election in 2016, but it was in Trump's favor. So, nothing was done there. But because they lost this year, and it's the first time that Georgia turned blue, congratulations, Georgia. Congratulations to the people.
Thank you.
Now they're going to punish you for it. And they're going to try to make it so that Georgia can never be blue again. So I think, Ashante, you said you had some of the top listed items in that law. So that's going to change.
Yeah. So a Facebook friend, Shante Russell, posted some thoughts about what was happening and said that this is one of 33 states that are voting on different measures to suppress votes, particularly.
And I'm sure Florida is one of them.
Color.
Yeah, I'm sure Florida is one, because DeSantis up there. So.
So 6 things that she listed that are in the law that was recently signed by Governor Capt of Georgia. 1, you cannot give food or water to people who have been waiting in line. In previous elections, folks waited up to 12 hours in places that are majority Black because they were sent broken machines. So these people are.
What does that have to do with voter fraud?
Listen, these people are here exercising their rights to vote, and you give them either a limited number of machines or broken machines, if they're standing in line because they have a right to still vote if they're in line by a certain time, but they can't have food or water. How? Yeah, what does that have to do with fraud? Number 2, mail-in ballots must include driver's license. Number 3, the legislature can appoint who is over the state election board, and the state board can take over the county election board. Number 4, drop-off boxes can only be located at election offices or voting places, which defeats the purpose.
Right. What are you doing?
Wait, what?
They're lock boxes, so it's secured. So I don't. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
Number 5, they shortened the time for requesting an absentee ballot. And the number 16 that you wrote about this law says that early voting can only happen between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and that it was cut off 3 weeks, from 3 weeks to 1 week in a runoff election.
The fact that these things can happen really goes to speak to why voting, not just for the president, is super important.
Voting at
Why
all levels of government.
every single level, because of foolishness like this. So I do have my own issues with voting, but I do know that when you have people like this who has all power and authority, they don't even have to go back to the people. They could just do whatever they want to. We are in a world of trouble because when things don't go their way, they will find another way and figure out how they can get the results that they want. So I'm just my heart goes out to Park Cannon. She was released, I think, the same day that she was arrested, but it's just the fact that you have to go through that. And she was arrested because she was knocking on the door while they were trying to execute the law. And she just felt like they were supposed to be a part of the process, the legislative process of enacting a law. Should not just be, oh, I'm going to put this into play without having any representatives at the table. So she was knocking, trying to get in. The police was just like, don't knock that door one more time. And she was just like, I can knock a door if I want to. And they arrested her. So.
Yes. So just to reiterate, your vote matters. And again, at all levels, because at the state level, those representatives, right, are from a whole state of Georgia, not Florida, Georgia. And they are probably majority Republicans who were able to pass this into
unilaterally,
and then the governor signed. So the only way that this can be removed is if there's a change in government and a new governor who could then sign to repeal this law, but it has to be voted on by the people. So again, if you're a Georgia listener,
or you said this is in 33 states. So it doesn't even matter.
Some kind of law is happening in 33 states. I think this is the first one that has actually passed.
Right.
So yes, if you're in one of those states, I don't have a list. I don't know what 33 states are. I could take a guess that they're Republican majority states. So like North Carolina, South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Texas. Yeah, I can guess what probably those states are. But if you now would be the time to take action, if you want to make sure, contact your representatives, make sure those people know how you feel, but better yet, be prepared for the next election to vote those people out if they don't represent your thoughts and represent you and what you want to happen. So your vote matters. Make sure that you exercise your right to vote.
Yes. So that was topic number 2. Last topic. So those were like more serious. This is just some foolishness. Okay. Derrick Jaxn.
Who's Derrick Jaxn, Lord?
Bring yourself to the throne. Let me talk about this. So Derrick Jaxn is a self-proclaimed relationship guru. Okay. And I've seen him for years on social media where he does like videos from his car talking about different situations. And I think I got to know him through his commenting about John Gray and that whole foolishness right there. But I'm going to just set that down right now. So basically what he does is take different things that are happening in the world, and he comments on how a woman should be treated, how a man should be, and should not be, and basically go through and give his opinion. But it's not like a straight-laced opinion. It's not comedic. It's really just how his opinion is that this woman should be treated like a queen and a princess and all this kind of stuff on the highest pedestal, and a man should be doing everything in order to do that. So of all that, he's been doing that for years, tearing people down. Who hasn't done that or who hasn't shown that on social media? And then it comes out this week, or really last week, that he had a wife, which nobody really knew. that they were coming out with a book saying, how we heal together, and that he was cheating on his wife. This most of the time, right? And I think he probably came out with it because there was people who was threatening to, expose him. So he figured, okay, I'm gonna come out and say. So my issue with him is not that people follow him, because you never know who you're really following, right? But the fact that you're so self-righteous about what people need to do, whatever, and you doing the same thing to your wife. And then you don't have her out on none of your social media because maybe that's not who she was. She didn't want to be out in the limelight, but you never even mentioned that you had a wife. So that to me is a little bit manipulative, right? That you don't even mention that you have a wife and kids.
He mentioned in some posts that he's married. I think it
was. Wait, no, this is recent, because about maybe a year or two ago, he mentioned he was married. But when he first started, he's been married for like 12 years.
Not her 4 years.
Oh, he's been with her 12 years.
Maybe. I heard they were married for 4 years. I'm sorry.
Listen, I ain't never heard this man say he had a wife. But anyway, he is out here telling people what they should and should not do when he doing all of the things.
All the things that he was doing.
All of the things. So I was just like, okay. So he comes out, he said, listen, I did have a sexual relationship with someone without having sex. Conundrum in my brain. And then he was like, okay, well, I did do all of the things, including sex. And then he came out with his wife. People were talking about this lady. I'm not going to talk about her because I think she's dealing with her own stuff in her own marriage. And I know this is new for us. And she's been dealing with this for over a year. And they've gotten to a place where she feels good with him. But my issue is just him portraying something that he's not. That's my whole issue. And trying to make it seem like he can now school me and give me a book to read about how to do something that you don't even know how to do. Not gonna do it. Not. Ashante, anything?
I don't really have any words. What you said. I mean, you see all these relationship guru people. He's not the only one.
No.
There's several men who are out there talking about relationships and what the man should do, and women don't accept this and all of that. And you're bashing these men, and then here you come doing the same thing. It's like, okay, you're talking from your own experience. And I heard that there's a video out where he's kind of has a split screen of something he previously said. And then he's,
they're going through everything now.
I didn't see that. I think it was something recent that just came out, and I haven't seen the video either. I haven't watched the video of him and the wife, but I saw some of the comments too about her. And they're like, sis, are you okay? Like, are you? And also the point of, why do women, we always seem to be right there by that man's side, right? When he got his own dirt that he needs to come to the throne about and take responsibility on, the woman don't need always have to be there.
Always there.
To support. I can support you from behind the camera, or,
and it's the first time she on camera. This is where you bring me out.
And one of the bloggers I was podcasters I was listening to was like, he set her up. Why he let her come out looking like that, knowing this is going to get, go viral. People are going to see her. They're going to be talking about her. Like, well, that's why he probably was out there doing it. Look how she looking, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
But people would do that. There are people that would say she can't keep her man because look how she look and blah, blah, blah. And that was her point of, you set your wife. If she's going to come, have her looking like the best. Get her a stylist, makeup, whatever. If she's going, and she should request it herself if she's going to, I guess, be on camera sitting here supporting you, because in the end, it's like you're taking all the blame off of you, because people will put it on her like, well, if she can't even keep her own self up, why would he want to be with her?
Yeah, I think the internet is a brutal place for you to try to.
It is.
To come and expose something to. I feel like if you never showed her before, I don't know.
Do it now.
The appropriate time to show her on camera. Like, you go ahead and expose yourself because you're used to being out there on the limelight. You take responsibility, but to put her out there regardless of how she looks or whatnot, because he married her, so apparently he
He
liked
likes.
her at some point, right? But it's just why do you feel like you had to put her on? And I know in one of the videos she's like, this was her idea, but she don't know the internet like how you know the internet. You're used to seeing all the comments, either people agreeing with you or bashing you. I don't think she used to that. That's a hard jump in.
Mm-hmm.
And then to come in on a scandal, it's not even like you coming in doing like fun videos or whatever. You're coming in on a scandal, some foolishness, and you're gonna put her out there like that.
Right.
Her. And then I don't know how true this is, but apparently whoever his little side chick is, she's saying she slept with him last week, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on here?
Ooh, okay, I hear that one.
So
I haven't been following like that, but I've listened to a podcast or two who have commented on the situation. And the one I did hear, because he was doing a lot of those videos in the car, he was doing them outside of one of the mistress's house. And she's like, that's my house in the background. Like, dang.
But she's a little special. I'm not gonna talk about her because
okay,
there's so many holes in her story. But basically, I think he's trying to save face right now.
Of course.
He's working on a book, so he wants people to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
He is, I think he has some deals set up with TD Jakes, or like there's things that he's working on that he could possibly lose if his audience fully retracts. I just don't know how he thought doing a video in the third person, doing a video with his wife, doing another video with his wife. Oh yeah. He talked about himself in the third person as if it wasn't him. You didn't see that?
No, I haven't watched any of this.
He did an opinion piece on his own live video about the situation.
Interesting.
As if it wasn't him.
Interesting.
And then marketed his book in that video.
Interesting.
So I'm just like, what the heck? What are you doing? So I think he's just trying to save his business because his business is him. But I think he probably could have done better if he would have just came out by himself, admitted everything, and just said, I'm working on myself. And I apologize to those that I probably went in on. Y'all can go hard on me because I deserve it. And then he could have went his little walk of shame, disappear for about 2-3 months, and then come back out with her at that time and just say, listen, we did the work, whatever. Even though he says he's done the work before, but it's just, you got to play this out. You got to be able to produce yourself.
But what work did they do before? If this is recent stuff,
but he's saying in the video, he's saying that all of this happened early 2020. And so she left for like 6-7 months and then they reconciled. But it's salacious because I guess some of the side pieces, if you believe their story, they're still been messing with each other.
That's what I was about to say. Like, you still talking, messing with these people. You said last week, one of them was saying they just slept together.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know.
Right. All of these allegedly. All this allegedly. Yeah.
Right. Because the girl's like, I got him on my video and he's by my house. I don't believe everything that I read and hear, whatever. But this I believe because it's coming from him.
Right.
Right. I believe that piece. I don't know about the side piece or whatever. But if that was the case, I just don't think you bring your wife out in this situation is going to make yourself look better. And now she's doing her own videos and it's just too much. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because this whole week, that's all my timeline. Just more videos and let's talk about this some more. And I was just like, oh my God. But the fact that he is so strong about how you should treat a woman and he does the exact opposite in the worst way possible it's just so hypocritical that I don't like. I don't like what he's doing to his wife, and I don't like how he's trying to use the people and portray something that he's not.
Yes, I agree, girl. All right, well, that's what got us worked up this week. And we'll be doing these little bonus episodes every now and then, especially if there's a lot of hot topics in the news, because we talk all things reality here. What's happening in the real world in real time and our reality TV. So Be sure to join us in our queendom. Hit that subscription button below.
Yes.
Like our videos and share them, and leave us some comments below. Tell us your thoughts and feelings about some of the topics we just covered here, and what else maybe happened this week that you're upset about, and people that need to be brought to the throne. So, but before we leave, we want to always remind you to do what, Lori?
Remember to protect your throne.
Protect your throne, y'all. All right. See y'all next week.
Bye.